Meet this amazing man named Joe DeMarco, and he is already 71 years old. But if you look at it for the first time, it's almost impossible to believe in this figure. A toned body, confident gait, high energy levels, and a lifestyle that even many people half the age can envy. It seems as if time has simply stopped working on him according to its usual rules. But the most interesting thing is that there are no expensive procedures, miracle drugs, or some unique genetics behind it. It's much simpler, and that's why his experience is so valuable. In this video, we'll take a closer look at the habits and principles that keep Joe DeMarco strong, healthy, and young at age 71. Therefore, watch this video to the end. It will be very interesting and useful. So let's get started. The most important thing is that Joe does not train for the sake of beautiful photos, not for the sake of someone else's approval, and not to prove anything to anyone. His goal is much more practical. He wants to be able to move freely, climb stairs without shortness of breath, carry heavy bags, work in the garden, travel, play with his grandchildren, and simply live without restrictions. It is this approach that makes physical activity a lifelong habit. When sports become a tool for a high-quality life, rather than a way to impress others, the likelihood of quitting it decreases dramatically. This is a very important psychological moment. Many people start playing sports because they are dissatisfied with their appearance, but extrinsic motivation rarely works for long. As soon as a quick result disappears or difficulties appear, a person stops exercising. Intrinsic motivation is a completely different matter. When it becomes easier to get up in the morning after classes, lower back pain disappears, energy and a good mood appear. You just don't want to skip workouts. Therefore, the first piece of advice is very simple. Stop seeing physical activity as a punishment. Start seeing it as an investment in your own independence and quality of life. Another principle of Joe DeMarco is to train the whole body, not individual muscles. Many people make the same mistake. Someone only pumps their arms, someone does only abs exercises, and someone is limited to walking. But the body works as a single system. If one part of the body becomes stronger and the rest remains weak, imbalances appear, posture deteriorates, and the risk of injury and chronic pain increases. That's why full-fledged workouts should include different muscle groups. The legs help to maintain stability and prevent falls. Strong buttocks relieve the lower back. Strong back muscles support the spine. The developed muscles of the body make movement safer and more effective. Even the muscles of the shoulder girdle play a huge role, allowing you to easily perform ordinary household tasks. The more harmoniously the body develops, the longer it retains its youth. At the same time, Joe pays great attention to recovery. It is this principle that many underestimate. People believe that the greater the workload, the better the result. But the body doesn't get younger during the workout itself. Real changes occur after it. When the body repairs muscles, strengthens bones, adapts the cardiovascular system, and improves metabolism. If you do not give the body time to recover, you can get the opposite effect: chronic fatigue, decreased immunity, poor sleep, and constant pain. A good recovery begins with quality sleep. It is at night that hormones responsible for tissue repair are actively produced. It is at night that the brain is cleared of metabolic products and the nervous system returns to normal. The next important principle is nutrition. Joe DeMarco does not rely on chance and does not make his diet dependent on fast food or processed foods. He cooks food at home. At first glance, it seems like a common habit, but it's what gives you a huge advantage. When a person cooks their own food, they control the amount of salt, sugar, oil, and the quality of the ingredients. He knows exactly what gets into his body. Homemade food almost always wins over casual snacks. It allows you to maintain a stable weight, get enough protein, fiber, vitamins, and healthy fats. In addition, cooking at home reduces the likelihood of constant overeating because people are more aware of their diet. If you want to take just one step towards health, start cooking on your own more often. Even a few home meals a week can significantly change the quality of nutrition. Another reason Joe looks much younger than his age is stability. He does not arrange heroic marathons for 1 week, after which he does nothing for a month. Its strength lies precisely in its regularity. The body is not able to accumulate health in advance. He needs small but constant signals that the muscles must remain strong, the heart must be resilient, and the metabolism must be active. It's very similar to a bank account. One big deposit will not replace regular small contributions. The same thing happens with health. It is better to practice for 40 minutes several times a week for many years than to spend a month at the limit of your abilities and completely abandon sports after the first difficulties. There is another principle that is rarely discussed. Joe treats training responsibly. He doesn't mindlessly practice and doesn't try to set a new record every time. He understands the difference between payload and pointless exhaustion. This is a very mature approach. True longevity is not based on maximum achievements, but on the ability to stay active for decades. Sometimes it is wiser to finish a workout a little earlier than to overload the body and then recover for several weeks. Another valuable thought is that health cannot be postponed for later. Many people tell themselves, I'll finish the project first, then I'll start studying. I'll solve all the problems first, then I'll take care of myself. But the years pass very quickly. It is daily habits that determine what a person will become in 10 or 20 years. Age comes gradually, and in the same way, a good physical shape is gradually formed. Joe DeMarco's story shows that youth is not a lack of years. This is the ability to maintain strength, mobility, interest in life, and independence. Friends, what do you think of this man? Write your opinion in the comments. If this video was useful to you, then please like it and share the link with those who might find it particularly useful. We also recommend watching this video that's currently appearing on your screen.